The question is, you asked us to reflect upon the Quran for ourselves. To what limit? To what limit should we stop when we reflect? You should stop when you feel that you are not qualified to talk about something. But if you have the knowledge to reflect, reflect upon your book. Allah is talking to you. You have to reflect. And our sister gave an example, which is a good example. She said, I read the verse that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, you look at the mountains, you think that they are stable, but they are passing. And she said, she made a simile or a metaphor between this and sometimes when she feels very sad. And sadness is like a mountain. And she said, well, sadness will pass as the mountains pass in the Quran. Is this right or wrong? This is right, and this is a good reflection on the Quran. Is this the tafsir of the Quran? No. And neither Ibn Kathir's comments or Tabari or myself, we will all reflect upon the Quran. But because Ibn Kathir is a historian, his comments were shaped by his history. And because I deal with matter of sciences and methodology and so on, this will be shaping sciences because I deal with that. And because Tabari was more into the fiqh and so on, so you find a lot of fiqh there. And because Ibn Ashur dealt with maqasid al-sharia, everything is maqasid al-sharia. Because every reflector upon the Quran will have their own view. And your view is not wrong. When it becomes wrong is when the language cannot hold it. The language, and you are claiming that no, Allah is not talking about mountains, He's talking about sadness. That is wrong. But when you say, well, yeah, my sadness is like that mountain that will pass, that is khatara, that is a reflection. But I'm telling you that every scholar, even who wrote commentaries on the Quran, they are reflecting too. But they have a different area, different level, different view, different understanding. Some of the scholars looked at the qira'at, the readings. Some of them looked at the grammar. Some of them, instead of this perhaps psychological reflection, some of them looked at the same ayah from a, I don't know, geophysics reflection. And they said, oh, the mountains and the passing. And yes, if you look at them from outside the planet, you will see as if they are passing. It's exactly like a mountain. I saw a picture passed by me, something of that. I said, that's very interesting because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He speaks something, He doesn't mean one thing, subhanahu wa ta'ala. Except in the tawheed and shirk. Allah is one and there is no God but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But these kinds of verses in the Quran, they don't have just one wajh, we call it al-wujuh al-Quraniyya. Not just one face, not just one interpretation, but many interpretations, because that's the nature of the Quran. The Quran could carry many interpretations. You could read it and you find something that helps you because you are looking for it. And that's part of the purpose of it.